Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. It's been a while since I've made a video. There's many reasons behind that. I'm not going to get into all of them. But what I will say is when you go through artistic block and you look around for things to do to try and provide you with some sort of happiness because you suffer with depression, I don't have to medicate for mine, but I'm still affected by it. There's things that you reach out for, and those don't always go the way you hope they would, and sometimes they even cause more of a problem than just having artistic block did in the first place. So aside from that, what I've been doing lately is a bit of piecing, trying to recreate a quilt I had put together that once I had it sewn was not lined up properly, and so while I'm talking to you today I'm going to be pinning some parts together so I can put them through the machine off camera. The first thing I'd like to bring up is I've created a new Facebook group, and it's going to be called Living with Artistic Intention. Now I'm going to explain what that's about. Two things that bother me the most about being an artist are artistic block, stopping you from doing what you want to do, and then on top of that, certain people thinking that what you're doing as far as art is concerned, what you feel is artistic, they think is garbage. Now, they either think it's garbage because you didn't hold up to their standard of what a watercolor should look like, or they think that your thing that you're doing that you feel is art, maybe coloring, is actually not art at all. It's just you're wasting your time doing dumb stuff. Whatever. Alright? So in this group that I've got started, we're going to have the ability in the place to discuss where you are frustrated with your own art, maybe you intended for it to go a certain way and it turned out horribly, and maybe you want some input from someone on how you can get that going back in a better direction. Or maybe you just wanted to come there and post about it being frustrating and how ugly you think it is and you think it's a piece of shit, but you just wanted to vent and you don't really need feedback from anyone, but there it is. And then also with depression and umming a lot. I haven't been doing videos obviously for a while, so I have got myself in a bad habit of umming. So please apologize for that and suffer through along with me, and we'll get through it together. So artistic block really screws with your ability to do any of your projects that you like, where maybe you have something like this and you kind of know what you want to do, but it can't get past that initial kind of know what you want to do. You just can't get over that hump that says where to go next. Like for this one, after picking all the squares apart this was a twin size quilt, and I had picked it all the way back down to this and had to figure out where I wanted to go from there. So you lay it all out and you spin the pieces around and you organize them on the thing. That takes some time before you can finally figure out what it is exactly you want to do with it. And then the other block is if you have other issues like depression or pain management or real life jumping in and just messing up your ability to sit down and continue on with your work, and you lose your groove. Sometimes you get yourself in a nice groove, you're drawing or painting or sculpting, and you've got this fantastic idea coming along, and then you've got to get up and go to work. Or you're hit with a bout of fibromyalgia pain or back pain or your hand or whatever your issue may be. And it just ruins the whole process. And so, you took so long to finally get yourself in that nice process of finally doing some art again, and then this stupid pain or life instance pops up and messes it up for you. And getting back into that groove again can be rough. So the group will also be a place where maybe you can pop in and get a little bit of words of encouragement or see some images from someone else, and inspire you to get back on track with what you were working on. I want it to be an area where you are free to come in and talk crap about your own work if you choose to. You know, if you want to come in and say, oh my gosh, look at this piece of shit I created. I cannot see where I need to go from here. That is not an invitation for everyone to jump on the bandwagon and say, yeah, your work's a piece of shit, I agree with you. Let that person vent their own frustrations about their piece. If they have not asked you for input, then don't give it. You know, it's going to be a work in progress on how we want to handle stuff like that too. We don't want this to become some kind of a bashing zone where you jump on there and decide that this person's art is garbage, or you don't even think it's art at all. We're all there to freely express on our own art what we think, but not necessarily to freely express on everyone's art what you think of what they've done. I hope that makes sense. There'll be some files within the group that explain a little bit better on that, and hopefully, you know, like I said, it's going to be a work in progress. We're going to have to work some kinks out, probably, on the best way to go about these things and how not to be offensive. Obviously, nothing hateful is allowed, no racist comments, no extreme nudity artwork, gore, that kind of stuff. We got to try and be a little bit sympathetic to others on what is and is not visually appealing, sort of. You know, we're going to be a little rubber bandy on that, but yeah, we shall see. One of the other things that, as a creative person, I consider myself an artist. I don't know if other people who I know have been properly trained in art classes would consider some of us who have not been properly trained in classes are artists, but that's not their decision, that's mine. I think I'm an artist, and so I am. If I'm arting by doing fabric, it's still art. I'm still being creative and making something that could be considered beautiful by others, and if not others, by myself. If I think it's beautiful and I took time to make it and I think it's art, then by God, it's art. My channel's going to be a little different from now on. I kind of reined myself in a little bit. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm gonna say what I think, and if you hear me pop off a cuss word, well, I'm sorry. That's just me. I'm going to be real with myself. I don't want to be some pretend person that conforms to someone else's opinion on how I should be. I'm sorry I'm getting a little emotional, but just a few things that happened over the past couple of years that I'm still trying to deal with, and getting myself back into my creative side and my artistic outlet for my depression and stuff has been a struggle. And it could be for many of you, and I want my Facebook group that I've created to be a place where you can come and share those stories, or, you know that you're in an environment, that is of people who probably have the similar feelings than you do, but you don't necessarily have to tell everyone them. It'll just be, maybe feel like these people are going to be understanding if you aren't saying things a certain way. I hope that made sense. One thing that did happen due to my phase of art block, I didn't put out as many videos on YouTube, and I got demonetized. And what that means, I think there's a video up explaining that from before, but just in case you haven't seen it. Being demonetized means that YouTube felt that you no longer held to the standard of viewers and view count that they required to keep your channel active, for them to pay you for having a YouTube channel with content. So a minimum amount of viewers is required, and a minimum amount of hours is required, and I was far from that, and so they took away my getting paid for my content privileges. It is possible that if I continue on doing some videos, you know, more regularly and my view counts go up, that I can be reinstated. But at this point, I really don't give a shit. If they're gonna pay me for my stuff, great. If not, I don't care. I'm putting this out because I want to share stuff, and if it appeals to some of you, great. And if you guys hate the way my new way of doing my channel is, and you want to unsubscribe, whatever, that's fine. I'd love for you to stay and share in my journey. But if you no longer want to be a viewer because of, you know, maybe you don't like my new way of doing things, then that's fine. It isn't gonna hurt me at all. YouTube's not going to tell me I have to shut my channel down because I only have 500 viewers now instead of 1,600 that I do currently. So, you know, it is what it is. And I'm not worried about likes and dislikes and ratings and blah, 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 blah. All that business. It might be once a week. It might be once a month. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely am going to intend to be active within the Facebook group, and I am active on my Instagram where I post updates of some stuff that I've been doing. So those will be linked if you want to look there for those. I think they've already been linked, but if you want to look there for those, they'll be in the description box for sure for these new places. And I hope you join me over there to come share frustrations, your art, inspiration, all that good stuff. So that's just a little catch up. Feel free to ask questions in the comments if you want to know more about what's been going on with me, if you want to send me a private message, join the group, all that good stuff. Please do so. I'm not going to get into too much detail about stuff that happened. It's still kind of raw for some parts of it, and don't necessarily know if I want to go there with that, but, you know, I'm here for you as well. So if you need someone to talk to, just let me know. So if you're already a subscriber, I thank you for still being a subscriber, even though I haven't done much. Please stick with me. I hope you enjoy my new content, my new way of doing things. If you have any input, please give it in a productive way, not a hateful way. I will remove your comments if you're just going to be a jerk about things. And if you're a new viewer, please subscribe. Watch some more of my stuff. I have a variety of things. If you look back at my old videos, you'll see what other stuff I've done. Sewing, mixed media, paint, coloring, product shares, on and on. You know, there's lots of stuff. So thank you for being here. Please subscribe if you're not already. Hit the like button. And we'll see you with the next video. Make sure to check out that Facebook link in the description. Bye.